Hey everybody, this is Jen Kelchner of Leader 21. Really quick, want to share with you something that's extremely powerful, and it was just playing off of a pet peeve I had. And so I'm not calling anybody out as doing anything wrong. I don't believe in that. It's just a way to think differently so that we can begin to elevate ourselves out of this situation that we are in. Think about the power of the words that we're using right now before you use them, because that's what we do. It's how we're programmed. It's what everybody else does. But I was reading an email a moment ago that said about coping with the crisis. And I keep seeing things about surviving and how are we going to overcome this? And these particular words are very limiting, and they keep our mindset in a place that is not one of growth, and that is not one of transformation, and it is not the highest good that we can choose. So I want to challenge you right now to think about every word that comes out of your mouth. Yes, every word. It's possible to do. It takes a lot of work, and yes, it's a process, like changing any habit. But the one I want to focus on today is talking about changing these words: coping, changing the word survival, this whole getting through. These are extremely limiting, and they keep us in a place of, like I said, it's not a place of growth, but it's in a lower place for us where it's kind of aligned with almost a victim mentality, in a manner of speaking, where it holds you in a place that doesn't serve you and it doesn't serve the highest good of the collective around us. So when we use words like coping, we're doing that because it's a very soothing, comforting statement we can make to somebody is, let me give you tools to help you cope with what you're dealing with. And while coping right now is a very actual real thing that we're all doing, I do it. I have a Netflix binge every night. I have this, pajama wearing, no makeup thing going on right now because it's soothing to me in times when I need it. There are ways to soothe that help us cope. But using this terms about we have to cope in a crisis, like that binds us to something that says we just have to hunker down and get through. Where in essence, we are giving our power away to the situation instead of claiming our power back to say, think about using a word that has a higher vibration to it, that serves the highest good for you and serves the highest good for the collective around us. And this is something that's just extremely important as leaders, to be conscientious of our word choices. So let's find a different word outside of coping. So how are we doing today is fine. Being in a grief process is normal. Being aware of that process is completely healthy and normal. So I'm not knocking a quote unquote coping mechanism. My push is to think about those particular word choices we're using that are potentially holding us back. We're not creating the space for our highest good to come through. And so another word is survival. If we could just survive the crisis. Well, yes, duh, we all want to survive the crisis. That's just a given, right? But instead of saying surviving, maybe we're looking at that shift in perspective to what can I do to thrive in the middle of a crisis? Okay. Thrive is already a more powerful place to be. It is taking your power back. It is saying, what do I need in a way that serves me, that makes me healthy? How do I thrive in the middle of this? So we're already putting life into what we're doing versus saying, just hold on, maybe you'll make it. So I want to just again reiterate, whatever you're doing to thrive, to soothe, to grieve, to process in the middle of crisis, totally okay. As long as it doesn't involve fear, because fear, we don't have to be afraid. We can make really good sense of what's going on around us, but everybody is going to process it in a different way. You're going to essentially grieve in a different way. You're going to soothe in a different way. So none of that is quote unquote wrong. It's quote unquote bad. It just is. It's what you specifically need. And that is 100% okay. What I'm trying to do is say, give yourself alternate word choices so that you create a different space around yourself to actually do the thing you're saying. It allows for you to have a better outcome, a higher level outcome. You're taking power back for yourself by using different sets of words, okay? So soothe all you want, Process all you want, grieve all you want, do it in a way that makes sense for you, and that's perfectly okay. But switch to a mindset of thriving. Find words that are of a higher way of being, higher way of thinking that serve you the best and serve the collective the best, instead of downplaying this from a place of fear of just hold on, maybe we'll get through, maybe something okay will happen, maybe it won't, doesn't look like it will. But by the way, switching to a higher state of thinking and a higher level word choice in no way negates the fact that we're being conscientious of what's going on around us, that we're thinking of others, that we're ignoring science, we're ignoring the facts, ignoring the projected numbers. No, it's just saying, I'm believing something really great for myself and the people around me and the collective around me and my neighborhood and my community, and just keep doing that, because the more that you expand that positive vibration around you, both for yourself, for your coworkers, for your business, for your family, for your friends, for your neighbors, your community, the more that begins to spread. Talk about a beautiful pandemic that we can have of holding that type of space for the good to happen. So if you want to talk about words like overcome, that's how you do it. If you want to see this thing begin to drop, you want to begin to see your fear drop, your anxiety drop, the what am I going to do in the middle of everything being turned on side of its head and I don't know what's going on. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself to go inward and listen to what you specifically need right now in this moment and today. That's the only thing you need to worry about. Everything else will happen the way it needs to happen. But allow yourself to think about, what do I need for my highest good? What I need for the highest good of the people around me? And change your words and your thought patterns to match that. Just try it. If you think I'm crazy, think I'm talking woo-woo, that's totally okay. There would have been a day I would have said the exact same thing, but I know that changing the power of the words, I know that changing that vocabulary for myself and changing mindsets, because I've been practicing it for 10 years, absolutely not only works, but it literally changes the reality around you. And so that's my challenge to you today. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and go back to making lunch and going back to work. So thanks for this little rant. I appreciate it.